Hello and welcome to another episode, or the first episode in fact, of What Were We Talking About Again, with me, Martin Stenning, and with me as always is my co-host, Ben Michael Richards. Ben, hello.
Hello.
How are we today?
Very good, thank you.
Oh, I'm very glad. You see, if you're new to our podcast, which it's more than likely that you are, considering this is our first go at it, we want to make it very clear that we are calm, sophisticated, young adults who love a good glass of red wine and a black roll neck, and we want to walk through just a handful of the little tidbits that the news has provided us this week here in the UK.
I like that. That was very fluent, very nice. I might get you in on every single podcast that me and you do, Martin.
That would be very nice of you.
I would like it for you to be there on our podcast.
I am aware that I've just been talking very quietly, and I feel like no one will have heard that, but that's okay. It's a learning curve. We're just having a bit of fun.
I could always just bump that up in the volume if we need to do so.
Just a bit of compression. Yeah. I want you to compress that bit as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, okay, I will do. We bring this a bit closer, thank you very much. What are we drinking today, Martin?
Well, you're drinking Yellowtail because you're a dirty alcoholic. It's 9 a.m. on a Tuesday, and you are wearing nothing but a dressing gown, drinking a really old bottle of Yellowtail. But if you must know, it's a bloody Shiraz. So there you go. How are you finding it?
Very nice, actually. I think it's rather smooth.
I am glad. Now, should we just dive into the news?
Let's dive straight into it, Martin.
So the first story that is popping up today...
I like how I've just become your co-host and you're taking lead on this.
Well, I mean, listen, f*** off and get out my podcast studio, which is your bedroom. I don't know. Well, so what we're informed here by the great web out there is that Simon Cowell is now teaming up with the BBC for the first time for a new dance contest. Now, Ben, I know you are a fan of your classics. You got your X Factors. You got your BGT. That's what we call Britain's Got Talent in the fan base community. You've got your... It doesn't actually list any other ones.
Okay, if by fan you mean I'd rather pluck my eyes out than watch these TV shows, then yes, I am the biggest fan.
Yes, that's what I meant. This is perfect.
Did I actually tell you I got a phone call the other day from a specific someone from Thames TV?
Oh, was it Simon Cowell?
No.
Was it Mr. Thames? My good friend Mr. Thames, owner of Thames TV.
The owner, yeah. They named it after him.
Yeah.
He's very old.
They even named the river, which... is in London, often known as the River Thames. They even named that after Mr. Thames himself.
I thought that was the case.
Did they actually ring you? Or are you just lying?
Well, no, I promise you, I swear on my life, this is actually a real story.
Okay.
So I got a call from someone called Holly?
Oh, yeah.
Say Holly?
Yeah, I know Holly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, do you?
Oh, yeah.
And Holly tells me that she's been looking at my stuff.
Oh,
if you're watching my...
Yeah. Well, like through the window, or...
She's been looking at my music on Facebook.
Oh, yeah,
things like this.
Go on.
I thought, yeah, okay. If you're watching, or if you're listening, sorry, rather, Holly, which I highly doubt you are.
Yes, to this new podcast that we've just started.
Yeah, I very much doubt you are. But if you are, and if your name's not actually Holly and I've got it wrong, I'm very sorry.
I feel like you've just ruined your chances by assuming that she's called Holly.
Yeah,
or even that she's a she.
She spoke to me a little while. She said, right, I'm from the X Factor. I'm actually a talent scout looking for...
Boo!
Oh no!
I'm so naughty. I'll stop. We like to jab at Mr. Simon Cowell here on this podcast. I think that's something we're all going to learn about one another throughout the next couple of weeks until we inevitably stop this podcast.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't want to. I'm not going to go ahead and say that I dislike Mr. Simon Cowell.
Oh, you little bumlick boy.
Well, you need to be careful nowadays, don't you, Martin? Yes.
You never know who's watching. It's
exactly.
True.
You never know. Sony ATV.
I don't know.
Sony, the music label, Sony could, they could ring me up and be like, Ben, we want to sign you, but we've had a look at your videos and actually you don't like Mr. Cowell, so sorry, bye.
Now,
they might say this, and then I'll be left in a position of self-hatred, and I'll always wonder what it would be like to be rich and famous.
To be rich and famous, and to also meet as we all know and love her, Kate Phillips from the BBC. She's one of our favourite entertainment commissioners. We're all massive fans over here of Kate Phillips. And you know what she's gone and done?
What's she done?
You know, she's come out of her home in the morning and she thought, I'm going to say a few things about this new partnership that Simon Cowell's going to do with my good friends here at BBC. I'm gonna sing to the world that the BBC is undoubtedly the home of dance. Now, I agree, personally.
Okay.
You've got amazing BBC shows that agree that it's the home of dance, such as EastEnders, the live EastEnders. They dance. You've got Doctor Who, the Christmas specials. They're always lots of fun. So yeah, I agree. BBC, Game of Thrones, hilarious on BBC. Hilarious BBC dance contest. Game of Thrones. I mean, it actually would be quite a good name for a dance contest. So I'm not against it. And then there's a whole load of waffle about how everyone's very happy this is happening. And then there's a picture of Cheryl, or Cheryl Cole, or Cheryl... she changed her name to
whatever her new name is.
Just Cheryl.
Whoever she's married most recently.
Yeah. Was that one? I don't really want to comment on that. And there's going to be auditions, and people are going to dance in these auditions, and sometimes they'll get through, sometimes they won't, and they'll be crying. Sometimes they'll get through for their nan. These are all
for their nan.
I think let's just move on. Would you like to pick another story?
Yeah, shall we go ahead and have a look at this one here?
Oh, I knew you'd do
There's
it.
an interesting story
one.
circulating at the moment, and I'm sure a lot of you know. If you don't, where have you been? So, Ant and Dec. Let's talk about Ant and Dec and how iconic they are for our generation.
I love to picture Ant and Dec more than the everyday man might, but this story actually revolves around one of them specifically, doesn't it? Which we don't usually see too often, their own identities. Yeah.
So Ant's got himself into a bit of trouble, hasn't he?
Bloody Ant, what's he gone and done? For those who don't know. So
let's start from the beginning of his little shenanigans.
Yeah.
So he had a bit of a back problem or something, I believe.
That cheeky boy.
Or maybe he injured himself, I don't know, but he was on some painkillers, which he found himself addicted to.
That happens to the best of us.
Good old paracetamol.
Oh, yeah. Love a bit of Nurofen.
Yeah, that in my belly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but so I don't know if it's cocodamol. I don't know. Who knows? You know,
guess it doesn't matter.
Really doesn't matter.
In many ways.
He had that, and then he split up with his missus, didn't he?
Oh, why did he go ahead and do that?
I don't know. If she probably left him, maybe because he was.
You're saying we don't have any inside sources to Ant and Dec, because I feel like we need to start setting those up.
Yeah, we should. If anyone there knows Ant and Dec personally,
come work for us.
Get in contact. Just like we like the spill, so give it to us. Anyway.
Yeah. Now, I know you're the biggest Anthony and Declan fan.
Yeah.
Do you know either of their full names? Because I've just found out one of them.
Declan Donnelly.
It's almost like you read
Anthony
the computer.
McPartlin.
Is that it? Anthony McPartlin?
Oh, something like Anthony McPartlin.
Ant McPartlin. No, he's Anthony.
McPartlin.
He's Anthony to me.
Okay.
So what?
Anton.
So Anton has been sent to the prisons.
Anton Dec.
Anton and Dec.
Oh shit! Hold on. What's that from?
I think you're thinking of Sweet Life on Deck.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Love Actually, where
oh, that's way better.
Where he, the old guy, I've forgotten his name now. The actor, the old guy that's in Ant and Dec, Love Actually, and in About Time.
Paul Chuckles.
Sure,
he was in Ant and Dec.
Where he has a little interview. You know, he's a rock star in Love Actually, and
Bill Nye.
Thank you.
We did it.
He has an interview with Ant and Dec, and he goes, "Well, Ant or Dec." That's my favourite part.
That's the best part of filmography in the 21st century, I reckon.
Absolutely, yeah.
Or 20th.
I think I won a few awards.
So what's your story? What have you got to tell us?
Yeah, things transpired with Anthony in rehab and so on, and he found himself on the old bottle again.
Oh,
the old bottle.
He's such a idiot.
Yeah.
You can beep that. I didn't want to tell you, but I think we should start adding beeps.
Okay, I think that's a good idea.
Right here. No, you're the one editing this, so good luck. Basically, you wanted to tell us that Dec's getting married, right?
That's where I was going with it. Why did you do that to me?
Cut this out. Cut all of this out. The beat. Oh, it's really unraveling.
It's okay. We'll go from he's in rehab, split up with his wife. Now Ant has crashed his car into another family. Did you know about this?
What, another family of ants? And it's just the word "another" threw me off there. I didn't know this. So wait, this is recently? Because I only heard that he's an alcoholic now.
Quite recently, as this last week.
I knew he grew a beard like a few months ago, and that became front page news as well.
Yeah, but he crashed into this family, and the daughter of this family is now in hospital recovering.
Right, okay. So Ant and Dec are breaking up, do you think? I reckon they're going to break up.
I don't know. It's a difficult one because now Dec. I think Ant's in the midst of the worst time of his life.
Worst.
And Dec's like, well, Ant, do you know what? I feel for you, man.
Yeah.
It's like me being like, oh, I feel for you, man. It's okay.
Yeah.
But by the way, I'm getting married.
Dec's getting married?
And actually, you're not invited. So.
Well, I'm not invited to Dec's wedding.
No, my wedding. Hypothetical.
I'm not invited to your wedding, but I am invited to Dec's wedding. Dec's getting married.
Sure.
And I'm allowed to go, but not allowed to go to yours.
That's right.
Nice, all right. Well,
Okay.
Congratulations to Dec. Do you think now that this is sort of a rebound from Ant for him? Do you think he's had enough of this?
A rebound. I like the idea of that. So, like a breakup.
Well, it's not. It's exactly like a breakup. They're not making television together right now.
In the midst of his crash and all that shit, he actually proposed to her at that time because he knew things were about to go down the plug?
Yeah, I reckon this is him.
He was like, shit, let's get married and run off into the sunset together.
I also wouldn't be surprised if, like, the next 5-10 years, that it comes out that Dec was a partner in the crimes of Anthony. And he helped him run that family over. He helped him.
He was in the trunk screaming instructions at him.
Helped him down that bottle of gin at 3 a.m. in the morning. He's just as involved, and he's using this wedding as a way of covering up his crimes. I've always thought that, looking at those two. Moving on.
Crime.
What's the next one that we should go for?
Let's have a look.
Do you know? I feel like we'd be doing a disservice if we didn't include that. Lana Del Rey and Radiohead have finally buried the hatchet, and they've made up. Now we all know, obviously, what these two have been fighting about. It's obvious.
It's very obvious.
You know, and she said that one thing a while ago, and we were like, what? And then Radiohead, they bloody replied, didn't they? They said, oh, we're not fans of you, Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
There's a whole he said, they said, she said kind of thing. And we're all very happy to find out that they've made up again. So that's the end of that story.
Yeah. I'm glad we covered that in detail. It looks like it's actually a copyright dispute here.
No, I can see the word Del Rey lit a cigarette and told fans, now that my lawsuit's over, I guess I can sing that song anytime I want, right? Ooh. Okay, so she's written a song about cigarettes.
She's a bit of a rock star, isn't she?
She's written a song about cigarettes.
Lighting cigarettes.
She can't sing it without smoking.
Bloody hell. Hold on, are you telling me that she smoked cigarettes in her concert?
She might do. Mac DeMarco does, so...
Yeah, that's fine, but she's Lana Del Rey.
Yeah, but she's got that whole... she told everyone she wanted to kill herself by 27 just so she could join the 27 club.
Okay.
I think she'd smoke.
I didn't realise she was that off the rails, I'm not going to lie.
Not sure off the rails, she just loves to be Lana Del Rey.
I don't know, telling the world you're going to kill yourself at 27 is quite off the rails.
Well, she's 32 now, so she's kind of messed it up a little bit. Okay. Now, there's something... Jared Leto's been up to his usual hijinks, haven't he? Go on.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Jared Leto. I mean, the good guy that he is, he's obviously had his fingers in all the pies, listening to all the conversations about these gun laws, hasn't he?
I clicked the link and it doesn't say anything about
That's absolutely completely irrelevant, that link.
Yeah.
Thanks, BBC.
So now I've set you off on this, and you do just have to...
That's fine.
Yeah.
So from what I understand from all the stories that I've read... And
I'll give you the headline just so you can work it out.
No, it's fine. I don't need to look.
Okay.
I won't look at it.
All right.
So I imagine that Jared Leto has told public people, by that I mean the public, that he supports students fighting for the gun ban.
Oh, would you say he's 1,000% behind the student gun ban?
I would
protests?
go as far as to say he was 100% behind.
I've got to be honest. I'm not really sure why this one's news. Like, yeah, I'm all for the student gun protest. Cool. 1,000% behind it. I am that, yeah. But Jared Leto, the worst Joker, why do I care if he supports guns or not? I don't. So,
yeah, I don't know why that is news. Actually, it's a good point.
but have you got any insight? Do you like Jared Leto? What's your opinion on him in Suicide Squad?
Not very good.
So you'd say you weren't 1,000% behind it?
I would go as far as to say I was 4% behind it.
Okay, so not too bad.
I mean, I know he gave it a try.
Yeah,
and I respect that.
Well, I mean, he's a horribly beautiful man, and I feel like he doesn't need much more validation than that beautiful amount of hair. Where are you going?
Oh, I'm just be right back. I'm just going over to grab something.
I'm just going to hang out with the podcast listeners, who are really wasting their time listening to this.
No, you're not. This is the best podcast you've heard in years.
Oh, okay. So I've got another story if you're interested in it.
I'm ready.
Okay, so what do you know about modern day life combined with Donald J. Trump?
I
know what he's up to at the moment?
That's a very broad question.
It is, isn't it? Do you know? Shall I tell you what he's been up to at the moment?
I would love to know what he's been up to.
He has successfully doubled sales for Trump steaks. Yeah.
Okay.
His casinos doing absolutely the same as always. Yeah.
Okay.
His golf courses are being used up by him. He's really having a great time, and on top of it, everyone's favourite porn actress is also having a great time with Donald Trump. Let me tell you about it.
I've heard a little bit about this.
I read it on the paper. Stormy Daniels, everyone's favourite star of 14 Boys and One Girl. Dude, where's my car? Why is my car covered in cum? Yeah, we got it. And
that was a little bit of a far...
a little out there.
Yeah,
and my personal favourite feature film that she was in is... Are you vaping in our podcast?
No, this is not a vape.
Star Wars episode...
7.
Why couldn't you The Force Awakens.
The Foreskin Awakens.
The Foreskin Awakens. No, I was trying to think of a pun with like a number, but anyway, so Stormy Daniels just said, "Hey, Donald Trump, you should be president," and he was like, "No, I don't want to."
Episode 4 skin. Sorry, carry on.
Stormy Daniels said, Trump, leave me alone." And Trump was like, "Nah, I'm sorry, man. Can I just say something? Can I just get something off my chest? I'm really not happy with the way you just deprecated me. I was in the middle of what I think is quite a personal story about overcoming social boundaries, like a president." Yeah, so you've got your farm boy and your princess. You've got your porn star and your president. Yeah, this is one of those stories. A classic age-old tale.
And do you know what? It was disrespectful.
Thank you. Yes, it was. It was.
But can I say something?
Of course you can.
You're getting it wrong because she said she was in love with Trump.
Oh.
So.
Oh, I should probably read this. We should probably read any of these articles.
Yeah, I read
this. Seems to be doing all right.
I read this in the Telegraph.
Well, Mr. Trump denies having an affair with the woman.
Okay.
But what I do know in relation to this is, this is breaking news once again, that Donald Trump said hundreds, thousands of lawyers are jumping to be his lawyer. So that's wonderful news because it sounds like
he is the president, so I think that's a really redundant thing to say, don't you?
Yeah, but if I was a lawyer, I wouldn't be like, he's the president and he's clearly slept with this porn actress, but he's denying it. But he's the president, I'm going to represent him.
Well, imagine the money you're going to get for it.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah. You'd get rich, yeah, no, I'd do it.
You're rich as well. Of course, thousands of it. It doesn't make any sense. It's like Kanye West saying, "I've got loads of producers that want to produce for me."
I've got loads of friends who love to hang out with me.
Well, now that's just a lie, isn't it, Martin?
It is a little bit. Hey, I've got something I want to let you know. We'll probably just do a couple more stories and then leave these poor people on their way. Yeah. But this one is a personal one for me. I think this is.
Can we just check the audio?
The audio. Oh, no.
Just to make sure.
Hey.
Yeah, we're all good.
So this one's a really special one to me. It's important. So, as everyone knows, Frozen was a horror movie that came out in the early 2000s, and it got the nation at its heart by its ghouls.
Scared me to my core.
It was terrifying, wasn't it? It was icy. Terrifying. It looked cold. There was a bloody snowman who had a carrot.
Snow demon, the ice witch.
Carrot was part of his head. It was horrible. And exactly as it should. I think we all thought when looking at all this horrible ice, I'd love to see this in the West End. I'd love to see this at Broadway.
Yeah.
And Thrills and Chills is right. Thrills and Chills at Broadway's Frozen musical. That sounds like a mediocre review to me.
Doesn't it, John?
That sounds like it's a bit cold. It's all there are a few thrills. It's like a mediocre roller coaster.
How did that title make it to publishing? Thrills and Chills at Broadway's Frozen musical.
I feel like they should have capitalised the C.
I get that they're playing on Chills because it's Frozen, but it just feels a bit lazy. Oh, did you just get that?
No, I'm just pretending to fit in. Well, here's a little comment from
Is that Donald Glover?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's a little comment from she's a good friend of the show, Margot Knepper. She's a 9-year-old from suburban Long Island.
Okay.
Good friend to the show, and she said, "I want to see what the characters look like in real life." Well, that is a wonderful comment from Margot.
Of course it is.
She's optimistic, but Margot, I've got something to tell you. They're not real. You're never going to see what they look like in real life. Snowmen can't talk. Sisters don't become friends like that after that amount of turmoil and hatred in their lives. They're going to resent each other for the rest of their lives. They're not just going to make up at the end. I haven't seen Frozen, but I'm imagining that's what happened.
I think so.
And it's all just, I think, just move on. Margot.
Yeah. Sorry, Margot.
That's why that was personal to me.
Bless her cotton.
No, she's a bit of an it. Like, grow up, Margot. That's all I'm saying. Now let's end on a positive one. You can pick whatever you want.
Let's have a look.
Pick a happy one, so because Margot's kind of brought the mood down.
I don't give a about that one. I don't give a about that one.
No.
Oh God, that sounds really. Oh, can we maybe? That sounds like something that would get my itching. To be honest. So.
Yeah, I mean my shit is itching. Go on, Ben. Tell them why.
These are live updates. Never mind.
So this is cut. Oh, we're not going to do that one.
That's
Guys, we
fine.
just want to let you know off the top that Spice Girls are going to become animated superheroes. That's all we're really going to say on the matter.
Yeah.
While Ben finds, maybe we could find like a top 10 list. I think they're great for the year. They're informative beyond hell.
Absolutely. Do you know where I can find that?
Watch Mojo.
What?
Which brings me to the special part of our segment, which is called Time for Saying Who We're Sponsored By. And this week, we're sponsored by Watch Mojo, a wonderful...
what is that?
Watch Mojo, they do like top 10s on YouTube.
Okay, right.
You know Watch Mojo.
Yeah.
You watch Mojo.
Sure.
Well, if you didn't, like, how would you know how your Mojo's doing? You need to watch it.
Okay. I will.
We're sponsored by Watch Mojo.
We're not.
We're sponsored by BIM.
Also, probably not.
Oh. Do you reckon we could get a sponsorship out of it?
Definitely not.
Do you reckon we could get any sponsorship? Because I need to pay rent.
I tell you what, I'll sponsor us.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
Dad. So we're just sorting out the sponsors, but we promise that give us like 4 to 6 weeks, and we'll be mainly adverts, which is sort of where we're hoping this whole thing goes.
Let's get sponsored by like Viagra or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. But do you have like a special favourite Viagra? Because I just love all Viagra.
I like the blue kind.
The blue kind is that makes your eyesight blue.
It does.
I heard from an anonymous source. Now, guys, thank you for joining us today on this very special first episode of What Were We Talking About Again? This is Ben's thing. I really have hijacked it, and maybe I will next week. Maybe I'll barely talk next week.
And do you know what though? I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna take the reins now.
Okay. Bye, guys.
I think, without this being scripted, we had nothing. We had nothing for this. Martin has taken the reins and absolutely smashed it.
Oh, I thought.
So let's hear it for Martin, shall we? Yeah, round of applause.
It's just you.
Oh,
clapping.
do you know what? I need a soundboard. That's what I need.
Soundboard. Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
get ourselves a soundboard.
We'll do that
for
next time. We'll also get drunk next time.
Yeah, we'll have some nice wine. We'll review the wine.
But I'll tell you one thing we won't do next time, and that is talk about what I like to call a cultural history of the avocado. Have we got time?
No, not really.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll probably upload every single day.
Yeah. Twice a day.
We're gonna upload twice a day for the rest of our lives.
We don't leave this house, so
Yeah.
no, expect one at least once a week.
What I really like about doing a podcast with you is I've worked out that sometimes if I feel like it, I can just leave you hanging, and you can do the same with me.
Yeah.
So look out for that. Occasionally, I'm just going to ruin a moment, like I feel like you're about to do now. All right, bye, guys.
No, it's fantastic.